Influence of Bukhara State Medical Institute in developing medicine and investigating Avicenna's scientific works. Studying the scientific heritage of Avicenna, who is famous all over the world for his rare talent and great mind, is significant not only for medical specialists, but also for other specialists as well. Avicenna was born in 980 the village of Avicenna near Bukhara. He was well known as the leader of scientists by his contemporaries, king of doctors and philosopher in the West. He was the brightest and greatest among well-known scientists, philosophers of all time. Avicenna's works have had a great influence on Eastern and Western culture and science for many centuries. His masterpiece, Canon of Medicine, has been the main source for Eastern and Western doctor for about more than 5 centuries. In his book, High Spirituality is an Invincible Force, our first president, Islam Karimov, affirmed that Avicenna's heritage influenced to the world culture and spiritual life a lot. With the initiative of our first president, Islam Karimov, the name of our great ancestors revived. Their works have been widely studied by our youth. As Avicenna was one of them, his name was immortalized. Streets, institutions, colleges have been named after him in many countries all over the world. Medals and rewards have been established in the honor of Avicenna. In 2014, on the 15th-16th May in Samarkand, International Scientific Conference was held with the participation of great scientists from 50 countries on the theme The Role and Significance of Historical Heritage of Eastern Middle Ages Scientists on World Civilization. In his speech, our first president Islam Karimov emphasized greatness and uniqueness of Avicenna in Eastern culture and said that his life and activity encourage and infuse proud the young generation. With the initiative of our first president Islam Karimov, Bukhara State Medical Institute was established after Abu Ali bin Sina in Bukhara by the decree of the Cabinet of Ministers in 1990, September 6, in order to study widely Avicenna's spiritual heritage. In 1991, the first students were enrolled. In addition to it is important to mention great people who devoted their life to the establishment of the institute, as Professor Bahramov Saidjalol Mahmudov in 1989-1991 was the Minister of Health Care, Professor Shahab Shamsievich Hamroyev, Vice Minister, Damir Salikhovich Yadgarov was the governor during 1989-1999 years. Academician Shavkat Ibragimovich Karimov was the Minister of Health Care in 1991-2000 and the first rector of our institute, Akrom Ibragimovich Muminov. Here we would like to mention other representatives who passed away. They are Professor Rauf Amirov, Nodira Sharipova, Zuhriddin Jalolov, Oktambek Murodov, Muzaffar Kamolov, Bobokul Bobojonov, Docent Rajab Sharipov, Rahmatali Boltaboyev, Ziodullah Zikrillayev, Narzullo Naimov, Yozil Hamroyev, Narimon Saidahmedov, Hamro Rajabov, Mumin Toirov, Jahongir Mardonov, and others. During the 25 years, Institute prepared 5,806 specialists. Among them, 3,598 are doctors, 1,729 169 are dentists, 307 are medical teachers, and 172 are high qualified nurses. More than 2,000 specialists were prepared as a differential specialists. 184 of them are keeping on their activity in foreign countries. 8 of them are PhD, 71 candidates of medicine, more than 30 lead in Republic scientific research centers, 270 work as the chief physician in regional and district hospitals and polyclinics. More than 200 include in teaching process in Uzbekistan and foreign countries. More than 34 excellent students are rewarded with the President Ibn Sina Association of Doctors scholarships. 100 students participate in social activities and win grants. It is significant that most graduate students continued their scientific research, and among them more than 20 became professors, almost 80 candidates of medicine. Up to now, more than 20 international and 40 Republic conferences were held on problems of medicine. Moreover, more than 20 contracts were signed with foreign organizations and institutes. In previous years, 1,640 articles were published in foreign scientific journals. More than 3,000 lectures were given in international Republic scientific conferences by the teachers of our institute. Nowadays, our institute has deal with 19 organizations on innovative, fruitful cooperation. Furthermore, our institute has more than 50 patents and win 2 billion sum award. Besides, our young scientists take part in Innovative Fair, and on the 8th Republic Innovative Fair, one student became winner. More than 40 monographs, almost 20 textbooks, more than 300 educational methodical manuals were published by the teachers of our institute. There has been established a rich library with 1,600 books at our institute. In 2000, a new chair, International UNESCO and Eastern Medicine, was established in order to strengthen and develop Avicenna's heritage, and students are taught only Avicenna's methods of treatment.
Love is kind, love is grand, love is everlasting, and it's in the mind. Love is wonderful when it's mine. Love is
From the first days of opening Avicenna's fund in our republic, our institute began to keep in touch with this fund. With the help of this fund, our institute held more than 10 international conferences on life and activity of Avicenna, and foreign scientists participated with their lectures. In 2014, stomatological faculty began its activity as a separate branch of Tashkent State Dentistry Institute, but in 2016 it joined Medical Institute again. Nowadays there are 3 faculties, 26 chairs, 1,588 clinical interns, 49 masters. There are 255 teachers at our institute. Among them, 16 are professors, 91 candidates of medicine, 98 are senior teachers and assistants. The scientific potential of our institute is 50%. Besides Uzbek and Russian groups, we have English teaching groups where all subjects are conducted in English. Every year, traditionally freshman students take oaths in Avicenna's birthplace, Afshona village. More than 5,500 spiritual parties were held in order to enrich students' knowledge. Here is a hostel for 400 students with all facilities. Since 2002, Ibn Sino Varusları newspaper has begun its publication at our institute. There is a museum devoted to the life and activity of Avicenna, history of our institute as well. According to the decree of the Cabinet of Ministers and Governor of Bukhara, and a great project of Bukhara Medical Institute's building and clinics are going to be built soon. In conclusion, we want to say that our students will deserve to our great ancestor Avicenna.